Hello to my Geminis. All right, Geminis, let's see what's going on in your reading. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. This is for the 14th through the 20th of April. All right, Venus is no longer retrograde. So, love is in the air. Love is in the air. So, rose colored glasses are off. So, scales should be balanced out by now. You should have healthy work-life balance down to a T, right? So you should not be carrying anyone else's energy on your internal scales. So let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. You should be very clear. All right, let's get into it, Geminis. Let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. All right, let's go. All right. I am grateful for everything. All right, I'm grateful for everything. So let's get a number. Let's get an angel number and let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let us see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. Let us see. Let us see. Let us see. 483, inner acceptance. So receive self-love. The quickest way to find acceptance in your life is to first gift it to yourself. Your angels notice that you need to work on positive self-talk and self-acceptance. And self-care, and self-care. Sit in meditation right now and with your hands on your heart chakra. Repeat this mantra a few times until it begins to sink in. I receive self-love, right? So 483. I receive self-love. So there you go. I receive self-love. All right, let's get into it. I'm grateful for everything. So somebody's definitely staying a lot more focused on structuring, like in terms of forgiveness and love and just talking to self. Like I receive self-love, like this inner acceptance. Not necessarily waiting for someone else to forgive you or telling you how much they love you. You're focusing on loving yourself, right? So, all right. Somebody is saying you have a really smart mouth. Somebody's saying you have, but that's what a lot of people have in common. Like your words are being used against you. You have a smart mouth. But people are saying the same thing about a lot of people, right? Especially when you're no longer talking to people anymore. Somebody's saying you have a smart mouth because you're not talking to them anymore. So, and it's somebody that you made a decision not to talk to anymore. So, it's somebody that you were in a romantic relationship with. They said it because you have a smart mouth. You have a sharp tongue, you have a smart mouth, they stop talking to you, you stop talking to them, whatever. So, something is disappointing, whatever. You moved on, they moved on, you know. That's kind of the life of an air sign in general, right? Just air sign. You, Aquarius, Libras, because y'all are thinkers, right? So people say kind of the same thing about all air signs. Y'all move from your heart chakra, right? And sometimes people will use your words against you, right? So source is saying once you engage in a conversation with energies and you almost feel like your words are being used against you, or you said this or you said that or you said this and you said that, once you're learning now you're learning that as heartbreaking as it is, you're going to have to just, as much as you love people and they talking down to you, they say you've been talking down to them, as heartbreaking as it is, you're just going to have to just move on from it. Y'all know what I'm saying, Gemini? This was somebody had to learn. This is where the rose-colored glasses are going to have to come off. When you're dealing with loved ones and they're saying they're using your words against you, almost like you're just going to have to give it a rest. For real, that's what this is. Just give it a rest. Just, okay. All right, stop talking. Just stop talking. disappointing as it is, you're not for the mind games. You all are an incredibly smart sign, and you all are a mutable sign, and you'll go along with the flow. But once you realize your loved ones are playing mind games and they're trying to outsmart you, you all are wordsmiths. Good luck for them with that. But, and I'm saying that because I know zodiac signs very well, and for them to try to go there with you all, I'm a reader, and I would just sit back and just grab my popcorn and be like, oh gosh, here we go. They about to go in with a Gemini. Yikes. But so anyway, because y'all like that. Y'all just like that. Y'all are very playful sign, but y'all incredibly smart. So, and I'm not trying to boost your egos, but it's disappointing as it is. You just stop. Just stop yourselves and just say, you know what? It's heartbreaking that loved ones would do that. Just don't even. Just stop. Just stop yourself. You're already whole and complete. This is one whole person. Make a decision that somebody is using them as a pawn to try to hurt you, to try to assassinate your character. You know, they've already assassinated your character behind your back. They were already being used as a pawn. You're going to have to be smart enough to say somebody that you love is being used as a pawn against you to try to get some information out of you. You got to see it ahead of time. And that's what Source is trying to tell you, is that somebody was being used as a pawn to find out if you were in a relationship with somebody. And you couldn't see it, and you just talking, and couldn't see something. And somebody was going to keep going and going and going until it wouldn't let it rest. Somebody needed to find out, you know, who he was. Is it somebody at work? Was it somebody at church? Was it somebody, you know, who you in a relationship with? So something had to come on for you when you were in hermit mode. Something had to come on for you when you were in hermit mode. Yeah. That's where your gift came on for you when you were in hermit mode, is that just the way how your words can come back to bite you later, just in how you think, and how people can receive how you talking down to them, just how you think, how incredibly smart you all are, how your words can come back to bite you, right? Because people will use other people as pawns after, you know, just to, yeah, that's what somebody, these two right here, this is the physical part of the spiritual part. This is one whole person, right? This is your card right here, right? So you all rule third house, right? But this is one energy right here. So this is the physical part of this is like duality here. This is one energy, this is one energy here, right? So this is Virgo, and to that is Pisces, right? To the other side of it is Pisces, right? So this is the physical part. Pisces would be like the spiritual part of it, right? Like the psychic part. So somebody needs the detailed part. Like somebody needed to find the details of something of it, right? How you receive messages, how you send out messages, right? Right. Somebody had to find out. Somebody had to get real detailed and analyze something. Analyze what you said. Analyze how you talking to people, how you say stuff, right? Who you talking to, all of those things, right? Right. In order to end something, in order to put an end to something, into somebody. In order to put an end to something and end to somebody, in order for this rebirth to happen, right? And somebody was determined. They weren't going to stop. They were determined, right? So you had to be determined to do the shadow work. You had to be determined to do the shadow work in order for you to figure out who was behind something. Who was behind something. Who was behind the, character assassination of you and someone else. Somebody was behind a character assassination between you and somebody. If you're a man, it's between, if it's in a woman. So between you and somebody, you had to figure out who was behind the character assassination between you and someone else. It could be you and your child, you and a spouse, you and a partner, you and somebody. You had to figure out who was behind the character assassination so that you can finally move on, because they were determined to spread a rumor real fast, and it spread like wildfire that you and somebody were lovers. That y'all were in some kind of a relationship, that y'all were partners in something, either partners, y'all were partners in something. Either y'all were partners in business or partners in love. Somehow you and somebody were partners in something. That's what people were saying. And it took off like wildfire. I'll put these two together here because both of these are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is no longer retrograde. I put these two together here. All this is partners, dark and light. Dark and light is ruled by Mercury. This right here. And this is death, rebirth. So you and somebody were being used as pawns in games. And when I'm reading the cards, I'm reading duality. Reading duality. If somebody was determined to put the pieces together to something that was really a lie. It was really a lie from the beginning. It was really a lie. So to do a destiny swap. Yep, to do a destiny swap. Okay. To restrict you and someone to do a destiny swap. So you had to be just as determined to do your shadow work to push that back. To push it back. So that you can get to the rebirth side. Hopefully this makes sense to somebody. All right. Because two energies were trying to significantly lower you and someone's worth and value, both financially and in every way, not just monetarily, but in every way, your self-worth and monetarily. They were determined to make you and somebody feel literally as low as you could, just worthless. This is total character assassination. So here we have the 9 of Pentacles here. Wow. To end someone financially, to end your financial independence. Does somebody feel like you got away with something? I don't know what you got away with, or what people are accusing you of getting away with something, but keep your vibrations high. Something is over. Something is over. I don't know what somebody's saying you got away with, but keep your vibrations high. I'm seeing you on the throne, carefully vetting your thoughts, keeping your vibrations high. And this is genderless, by the way. This is genderless, but you and somebody were being used as a pawn in a game. So, but you learn how to save yourself. You, looks like something is nostalgic, like in terms of like, just kind of sort of like childhood memories. Somebody can go back to their childhood memories of just nostalgia. Now that something is over, somebody can kind of sort of go back and collect on the rebirth side, kind of go back to, but somebody could be giving way too much thought to something. Yeah, you learn how to save yourself from somebody is it's a Page of Swords, so you're going to get some kind of a message. Page energy is messenger energy, and you're ruled by the messenger planet, so you're getting some kind of message. Somebody's an open book. Gave people a lot of ideas about you. Gave people a lot of ideas about you. Yeah, I see that you're moving. Spiritually, I see that you're moving or moving along. Your spirit is moving along, or you're moving, something like that. But there's a quick progression of something because people gave people a lot of ideas about you. What kind of ideas did people give about you? What did? Because I just want to see what. Well, somebody was an open book. Like, people have a lot of ideas about you now. With sword energy is I see that you're very high vibrational looking at the cards here. This Queen of Swords could be man or woman, but it's somebody who's high vibrational, someone who carefully vets their thoughts, someone who's obviously very smart. And you all are very smart, Zodiac sign. But you're on the rebirth side of something. And people having a lot of ideas and being kind of an open book. I see you kind of back in the saddle again. Back in the center stage. I'm seeing victory for sure. Seeing you back in the saddle again. So I'm seeing a victory for you. You learn how to save yourself. So I'm seeing a victory for you. I mean, maybe somebody is, if you're single, maybe you're back in the saddle, like in terms of dating again. If this is you, maybe you're, Venus is no longer retrograde. That's usually when Venus is the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. Maybe somebody's kind of like, this person is very smart. They're very well smoked. Y'all know how I speak about Geminis on my channel anyway. I speak very highly of all zodiac signs because I want people to see, no matter what your environment was, what you look like at your highest frequency. You all are very funny, obviously, very smart, love to learn, and you learn very quickly. So in this regards here, somebody is back in the saddle again. So you could be a great catch for somebody who is interested wherever you are. I certainly see love coming across someone's path. Somebody, you've inherited a lot of gifts and talents. Somebody could be moving. You could be moving. Back in the saddle again. There could have been a difference in how you communicate versus how somebody else communicated something. There definitely could have been a difference in love language between you and somebody. And the you and somebody is not always, you could have been married to somebody, but marriage could also been in business. It could have been a business agreement too, because that's always connected. Also connected to Venus as well. Venus could also be business agreement. So you could still be married in terms of love, but a business situation could have been a complete opposite. Like if you were in business with somebody and y'all were just, total mix in mixed signals and communication. It could have been every time, it literally could have just been like, y'all just could not get on the same sheet of music when it came to communicate, even in emails. Like y'all just could not get it together in terms of just how y'all communicate. It just, y'all were just not on the same page at all. No matter how you sent out a message via email, you could have sent it to yourself and reread it. It was just a clash. Y'all know what I'm saying. It just was received wrong. No matter what, it just wasn't a good mix. Just wasn't. Sometimes it's just not. It's just not a good. You see these right here. Both of these are ruled by ruled by Mercury. But so Mercury being the communication planet, for instance, so I'll give you an example. So Mercury rules Gemini, you, and also Virgo. So your sign rules third house. That's the house of early education, intelligence, sibling interactions, logic, reason, communication skills, short trips, hobbies. And then Virgo rules sixth house, which is health, work habits, daily routines, fitness, pets, service to others, diet, spiritual practices. One sign energy is directed outward by default. The other signs directed inward by default. This is Hermit. This energy is directed outward, right? But they're both ruled by the same planet, communication planet, right? Messenger planet. Also the planet of knowledge and learning. Could be just in how you process, so same here. Where one person, once something is over, one person could, sit in just kind of like something is over for a while, process something is over one way. Another person could be looking at, okay, it's rebirth, time to start a new job. Another one could be still kind of hanging on to the job is over. Who knows? Somebody could overthink something. Somebody could be ready to move on to the next. I mean, so, and that's what it is. That's what it is. So somebody's sitting on their throne, just carefully vetting their thoughts about everything and just trying to process everything while just kind of moving on and just kind of like back in the saddle again, just kind of just assessing love language. Really, love language is not always romantic. Somebody is just at a crossroad, just trying to figure some stuff out. But you and somebody at a crossroad, just trying to figure some things out, and just like how, just love language, how to communicate, and that's it. You don't even have to overthink it. You don't even have to overthink it. So somebody that you know is trying to process maybe how both of you all were used as a pawn in a chess game. How somebody was so determined, how an organization was so determined to split you and somebody apart. And why, right? Why two energies were so dead set on lowering your both of you all's self-worth and causing you all to lose so much money. Like why? What was the reason? So what was it that somebody got away with or felt like somebody got away with, and why did somebody need to feel like they were being saved from what was the reason? So it's a lot. Yep. So something calls you to add structure and authority to something, because it's a tower. It's an awakening here. There's an awakening happening. Yep. So here, this is a rebirth as well. So I see your abundance and your prosperity growing. Your intuition is also growing too. So this is a rebirth, right? And you're seeing things from a higher frequency. This is a Temperance card. Yeah, so you're praying for someone's strength. Somebody was saying that you and someone have a really bad temper. Let me see. But something is closed out. All right, let's close it out. Let's close it out. So, see you planning a vacation. See you planning a vacation, going somewhere. Something is closed out. You're back in the saddle again. See you moving. Back in the saddle again. Something is closed out. Because like I said, you were determined to do the shadow work. I said you're going on a vacation. So it's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. That's what this is. Ease right here with this card. There's a lot of, let me see what's on this card. Elephants. And a person that's sitting in a lotus position. So I feel like somebody, where's the card? Somebody is, and I'm seeing this figure right here on this particular card here. Somebody gets a lot of downloads. Faith, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. So somebody could have a partnership in business or partnership in love coming their way. So maybe you and somebody are back in the saddle again. So you're reading, I mean, like I said before, something you may not have to overthink something. Maybe you and somebody are back in the saddle again. So, and it could be you and a business partner that's why it's something you don't have to overthink. It could be you and a business partner that's kind of back in the saddle again. Maybe y'all don't go into business again. Maybe y'all are just kind of discussing like high vibrational. Maybe it's just like hitting a reset button. Maybe y'all are just discussing high vibrational things. Maybe y'all don't discuss business. Maybe that's off the table. Maybe because both of you all like to learn. Maybe you learn how to agree to disagree without being disagreeable. So anyway, take time to breathe out. Because what I'm seeing in your cards here, especially since you all are mutable signs, is yeah. There's a lot in your reading. There's a lot. I'll just leave it alone. I'll leave it right there. I'm label. That's the end of that. All right. Let's see what else we got. Let's close it out. Let's close it out. Inner strength. So don't lose yourself in the things that you can't change. Focus on the things that you can change, like attitude, mindset, and energy. You got everything you need. You got everything that you need. So a deeper world. So don't push or force your way through life. Finding balance, even in dark times, will open your heart to the depth of compassion in everyday moments. And let's see what else here. Let's see what else here. Let's see what else here. Oh, yeah. Let's see. surprise, be ready for change. An unexpected turn can change. And I'm also looking at duality here, so don't forget about the dual nature of people. Don't lose your vigilance. And that's it. That is what I see for you here. That is what I see for you in your cards. All right, bye.